sorry. I'm gonna give whoever a few seconds to get up here. I have something super super awesome to share. I haven't been up here in a while. The Lord has been showing me a lot of things. Sometimes it's literally so much that I it's like it's so much coming in at one time with so many different things that I can't even write it all down. Like he just brings it up to me whenever he needs me to speak about it. But anyways, I felt like it was kind of urgent to go ahead and get this out, so people can understand being born again. And so what that is like I was sitting here and the Lord showed me a certain person, um that whenever the timeline timeline happens, whenever they run into their meeting point with Jesus and they actually fully receive him and they're born again, um I saw just like this fragrance going up, like this incense and this fragrance going up. And I like knew what it was, but I didn't know how to put it into words. So I asked the Holy Spirit, I said, what is this? Like, um, how do I put this into words, what I'm seeing? And it's like he showed me that it is like the incense and fragrance of a brand new life, of like a it's like the incense and the fragrance going up off of a brand new life of like holiness and righteousness. And what Jesus did for us is literally like a total cleansing that happens when you're born again, that literally it's a whole fragrance and incense that comes up before God of you being born again, and you're literally like a newborn baby from the womb. So you haven't sowed evil or good yet, you haven't done anything yet. It's like literally a totally clean slate. It's like you're, and Satan wants to keep all the old stuff brought up, but and I'm like, oh my gosh, that explains why I literally don't even feel nothing like that person that I used to be. None of the crazy stuff that I've been through, I don't feel none of it. I literally like everything that I feel, is literally like I've been born again. And I had to, like we have to yield to the Holy Spirit so that way, we can, sow with Him, so that way our life is sown with Him. And, it just, that's what He showed me. So, anyways, that's the exciting thing about being born again. And the incense and the fragrance that literally goes up from that, and it's literally a whole new clean slate, as if you've never done anything good, bad, nothing. Like it's all totally, it's brand new. And so um he showed me that also. I had this I put post, I just put some like word posts, not like lives or nothing, like word posts I posted tonight with what the Lord had showed me tonight. It's been like a whole bunch of different things, but like I said, I haven't been up here posting those things. It's been so much, but I just haven't been sharing up here um lately. But anyways, one of the things that the Lord was kind of showing me was with okay, I'll wait on that. The Lord wants me to wait on going into details with that particular thing. But yeah, so there was whoever it was that had sent demons to try to attack and shut um stuff with the ministry down, whatever. And do the little same routine of attacks that comes through. And one thing that the Lord had showed me was um, that so sometimes Jesus will let me hear conversations that demons have amongst themselves, that they'll go run and talk to the people that sent them. I mean, it's like different things that the Lord will show me. But he only allows me to see things or shows me things for like educational purposes so he can like, encourage me with something like the demons would be like, oh, well, she's starting to pray. Well, like, we got to shut this down because it'll run us off, or like, stuff like that. So I'm like, okay, like, so the Lord's let me know, hey, like, you need to keep praying in tongues about the situation or whatever it is. So that's just an example of like why he'll let me hear or see certain things and whatever. So, anyways, the demons, I guess, that were loosed on an assignment, um, it didn't work. They came with the attacks or whatever and didn't work, and they had left. And they went back to the person that had loosed them and was like, oh, well, we ran into a God that we don't know. Like, we don't know this God that we ran into. Like, and they were trying to refer to it as like another demon principality that, you know, I guess people serve or whatever. And they were trying to say, oh, well, this is a bigger principality and we don't know who it is or what it is, but they do. And it's Jesus Christ, and every single demon knows who it is that they're running into. And so those are the lies that these things are went back and told whoever it was. Um, but yeah, demons know that Jesus is real. They're never, ever, ever going to be like, yeah, we ran into Jesus and this is why this didn't work, because that's all power over Satan and the demons. It's Jesus and through him, and he makes us able to, you know, go through whatever, or helps us, and through any spiritual attack or whatever's going on, like it's Jesus that helps us and quickens us and stuff. Um, and it tells you in James 2:19, if you believe that there is one God that exists, you do well. The devils also believe and tremble. So every demon knows, but they have to still kill and destroy. They have to keep people in the deception and stuff. But anyways, yeah. So just wanted to share that. I thought it was pretty cool about the born again thing, and the fragrance and stuff that goes up. Like, I had no idea that even happens until I just saw that. So, anyways, the Lord wanted me to share that and share the other thing with that. But I had posted a little bit more about that. And also, there's no sin that's too big for Jesus to, forgive, cleanse. Like when you're born again, like you're totally born again, you have to like sow with Jesus and, you know, and yield to the Holy Spirit. And he literally makes us a whole new creation. Even in the spirit, we even look like Jesus. Like he looks like our biological dad. And so, and I never really like went into like all asking these questions about that. Like I've heard different testimonies about people like, I guess, going to heaven and saying that we look like Jesus and stuff. Like I've heard Kevin Zadeh say that or whatever, but I physically saw that we look like him in the spirit. And so, but I thought it was like Jesus, but Kevin Zadeh said that the Holy Spirit looks like Jesus. So I don't know if I saw us being yoked up with the Holy Spirit, but to me, I mean, if you have the Holy Spirit, like you literally look like Jesus is your biological dad. You can see his physical features in you and everything. And I'd said before, and I'd share with you guys how I saw it in my daughters, and I saw that both had the Holy Spirit, and they both looked withered, but one looked more withered than the other one because my older daughter had been reading the Bible more than my younger daughter at the time. And they both looked withered because they wasn't abiding in the Lord enough to be like, sustained or whatever. Anyways, but yeah, I don't know why I just went into that. I can't remember. Anyways, obviously the Lord had a point in saying that, but um, yeah. So, anyways, I had to share that real quick. But y'all have a blessed night and thanks for listening.